I picked up indoor climbing about half a year ago, after my therapist gently suggested I find a hobby that wasn't doom scrolling until sunrise. Fair enough. I've been going to this climbing gym often. Still a beginner, but slowly improving. One day, while I was chalking my hands, a guy I'd seen around, let's call him Derek, walks over and starts chatting. I'm not super social at the gym, but he seemed harmless. He asks how long I've been climbing. I tell him 6 months, and he immediately launches into how he's basically advanced because he's been climbing for 3 years and could give me pointers. I didn't ask for coaching, but I figured maybe he actually knew something useful. While we climb beginner routes side by side, he spends the entire time bragging about how he almost made it onto some elite climbing team, but turned it down because of his packed schedule. I should have recognized the red flags, but I tried to stay polite. During a water break, he asks where I'm originally from. I say I grew up in Northfield, moved away for school, and stayed. His face lights up and he says, "Oh, I love Northfield. The beaches there are incredible." I just stared. For context, Northfield is not anywhere near an ocean. At all. We have rivers, sure, but nothing anyone would call a beach. Thinking he mixed it up with another region, I gently tell him, "I think you might be confusing it with somewhere else. Northfield doesn't have an actual coastline." He looks at me like I'm the confused one and says, "No, I've definitely been there. It's right next to Nevada, right? I went to those famous beaches." At this point, I assume he's joking, so I pull up a map on my phone. He studies it, frowns, and goes, "Weird, they must have updated the map recently." Yes. Apparently the entire country's geography has been quietly patched like a video game. We get ready to climb again, and he notices my water bottle has those time markers on it. He points at it and says, completely serious, "You know, water is actually bad for you." I ask what he means, thinking he's talking about overhydration or something. Nope. The government puts mind-controlled chemicals in it. That's why I only drink cola and whole milk. I nearly fell off the wall laughing internally. But he keeps going. Over the next hour, he informs me with the confidence of someone delivering scientific truth that dinosaurs were invented by museums for profit, that he doesn't wear deodorant because his natural aroma attracts compatible women, and that I should climb upwind if I want to understand his energy better. I absolutely positioned myself upwind, but for the opposite reason. Then the grand finale. He asks when my birthday is. I tell him, and he asks my zodiac sign. I say, Taurus. He nods solemnly and says, "I'm a Gemini, so I'm basically two different people." Sometimes I wake up and don't recognize myself in the mirror. My doctor says it's just being groggy, but he doesn't understand astrology. I had to excuse myself to the bathroom so I could laugh in private. As I was heading out, he asked for my number. When I politely declined, he looked genuinely baffled and said, "But I just taught you so much about how the world really works." Yes, Derek, yes you did. You taught me that someone can fully function in society while sincerely believing the national map was recently redesigned, and that the moon probably has a power switch somewhere.